So Kwame Brown absolutely destroys LeBron James exactly for what I've been saying. No effort and also no defense.
You got almost 60 points that could happen in turnovers, but you blaming the damn referee. That's a shame.
The Lakers and what the Lakers got going on is 25-10 on free throws, and you got your ass whipped by what, 23, 25 points? So it ain't the referees.
Kwame Brown went on his podcast and went all in on LeBron James. There was no sugarcoating or media-friendly talk, just direct criticism from a former NBA player who sounded tired of the same problems fans keep noticing. He called out LeBron for constantly arguing with referees, looking low on energy late in games, and disappearing at times when the pressure gets intense. Now here's a question for the comments. Was Kwame right for speaking so openly about LeBron, or did he go too far criticizing a player who is still putting up huge numbers? And honestly, how many Lakers players probably heard Kwame's rant and secretly agreed with what he said?
So Kwame Brown, after Game 3, goes on his podcast and completely destroys LeBron James for lack of effort, complaining to the referees, not going back on defense, which this is a tactic used by many players, and this has been used by LeBron James so many times. If he goes in for a basket, he thinks he gets fouled, or he wants to make it look like he gets fouled. He then stays and complains to the referee, which in eyes of the fans gives him an excuse not to go back on defense. Because, oh, look, he got fouled, he's upset, that's why he's not back on defense. That's what casual fans will think, and that's what they will just take it as.
One thing about Kwame Brown is that he does not care about keeping good relationships in the NBA. That is why his podcast feels different. He is not connected to a TV network, and he is not worried about making superstar players angry. There are no executives behind the scenes telling him what he can or cannot say. That freedom matters because a lot of basketball media has avoided this topic for years. After Game 3 against the Thunder, Kwame completely stopped holding back. His message was simple. LeBron spent another playoff game arguing with referees, leaving his teammates exposed on defense, and struggling to take control late when the Lakers needed him most.
A rough start, but an offensive rebound by Ayton. James will fake the three, get fouled, and put it up. Off the front iron, no. And Ed Malloy going to say it was before the shooting motion.
And honestly, these criticisms are not new at all. Fans who have followed LeBron's playoff runs for years have heard the same debates come up over and over again. The difference this time is that Kwame actually said it publicly and pointed to specific moments that people could go back and watch for themselves.
Hartenstein, and he just lost the ball. Boy, McCain was wide open on the opposite side, and they're saying that was off the Laker.
The Game 3 stats gave even more attention to Kwame's argument. LeBron played 36 minutes and 51 seconds, but his shooting numbers were not good. He finished 7-4-19 from the field, shooting just 36.8%. From three-point range, he went 3-4-9, and at the free throw line, he finished 3-4-4. He grabbed 6 rebounds, but all of them were defensive rebounds with 0 offensive boards. The quarter-by-quarter numbers also raised more questions. He scored 4 points in the first quarter, 6 in the second, 4 in the third while shooting 1 for 4, and then only 4 points in the fourth quarter even though he played the final 8 minutes. For a player who is constantly part of the GOAT conversation, many fans expected a much stronger finish.
You got almost 60 points that could happen in turnovers, but you blaming the damn referee. That's a shame. LeBron James got 2 rebounds, and he blaming the real. That means you ain't get in there and do nothing. Y'all whole team plus minus was terrible. This is a horrible teammate. If every time you feel that you get fouled, you think leaving us 4 on 5 for you to sit there and cry to the referees is the right thing to do, I just think you wasting everybody's time. That's him trying to get rest. He already stand there. When it's time to play defense, he's doing this. Wiping shit. So if you got to do that and cry to the refs, how many possessions are they getting extra possessions because LeBron is doing this? You can't. What's the point of you having 16 points the first half and 1 or 2 points in the fourth quarter, 4 points in the fourth?
That is when Kwame really turned up the pressure. He went straight to the contract number, and honestly, that part of the argument hit harder than all the legacy debates. Forget the all-time rankings for a moment. Forget the career stats and highlight clips. Look at the current situation. LeBron James is making around $50 million this season, and in the NBA, players earning that kind of money are expected to take over games when everything is on the line. Fans are not expecting just 4 fourth-quarter points on only 3 shot attempts, while the team is trying to come back in a playoff game. Kwame's biggest issue was not only the missed shots. His main point was that a player with a $50 million salary should dominate those late-game moments instead of fading out of the action. That became the heart of his rant, and once he started breaking it down piece by piece, the debate exploded across basketball media. Kwame Brown kept pushing the conversation even further, and this is where things became even more uncomfortable for Lakers fans. He pointed out that Luka Doncic was injured during the series, which completely changed the pressure on the roster. Without Luka available, the Lakers needed someone else to control those late-game possessions. That responsibility started falling to Austin Reaves. Now, to be fair, Reaves is a solid player. Nobody is calling him a scrub. Austin Reaves worked hard to become a real NBA contributor, and honestly, his rise has been impressive. This is a player who entered the league as a second-round pick that many teams did not take seriously. A few years ago, people saw him as a fringe roster player. Now, he is handling major player possessions for one of the biggest franchises in sports. But that is exactly the point Kwame was making. The Lakers are paying LeBron James around $50 million a year, so Austin Reaves should not have to be the closer in huge Western Conference playoff games. Yet during parts of Game 3, Reaves looked like the only Laker consistently creating offense late while LeBron struggled to take control. There were stretches where Reaves attacked harder, played faster, and looked more aggressive than the player everyone expects to lead the team in crunch time. Meanwhile, LeBron stayed in single digits during the fourth quarter while the Lakers slowly lost momentum around him.
The Lakers and what the Lakers got going on is 25-10 on free throws, and you got your ass whooped by what, 23, 25 points? So it ain't the referees. It's the coach. It's LeBron. It's the people on the team that's masquerading as leaders that's waiting to give up. I'm looking at the eyes and the body language of LeBron, and he's waiting for somebody else to take over the show, and then so he can be the hero at the end. I'm looking at the body language of JJ Redneck. He's looking for the players to save the day. He's not grabbing the bull by the horn. At least he played not Jake LaRabia. At least he played Luke Kennard for a second, but he still didn't give LeBron no rest. I'm watching defensive plays where LeBron will go down and hit a 3 on offense, come down, switch off a guard onto Chet Holmgren, a big, and then run from Chet Holmgren to go double the ball, and then Chet Holmgren end up getting a lob.
Then Kwame then moved into another topic that fans have noticed for years but rarely hear discussed this openly. He criticized what many viewers call LeBron's arguing with the ref's routine. According to Kwame, the same sequence happens almost every game. LeBron drives to the basket, throws up a contested shot expecting contact, and waits for a whistle. When the call does not come, instead of immediately sprinting back on defense, he stays under the rim reacting to the officials. The hands go up, the head shakes, and he stares at the referee while slowly walking back down the court. Meanwhile, the other team is already pushing the ball the other way against a defense missing one player, and that player is LeBron himself. Kwame argued that this is not just random frustration or emotion in the moment. He believes it is calculated. In his view, the complaints give LeBron a chance to catch his breath during the game without openly showing fatigue. Kwame basically claimed that LeBron drives into contact, argues after the no-call, and uses those moments to slow himself down for a possession or two, sometimes even longer. Kwame said this happens multiple times every game, especially during long playoff stretches where energy becomes critical. And according to him, the public reaction usually follows the same pattern. Casual fans watching at home see LeBron upset with the officials and assume the referees miss an obvious foul. They watch him slowly jogging back and think he is frustrated because he was treated unfairly. But Kwame says most people miss the bigger impact those moments have on the actual game. While LeBron is still arguing with the referees, the Lakers are left scrambling on defense during transition plays. Kwame challenged fans to go back and carefully watch the Lakers' playoff losses. He said that if people start counting how many times LeBron is the last player getting back on defense after arguing for a foul call, the numbers would look bad very quickly. According to him, every delayed possession puts extra pressure on teammates who are already trying to stop fast breaks and cover open shooters. Drop your honest take in the comments. 2. Was Wime speaking facts, or did he go way too hard on LeBron? Either way, the debate is not slowing down anytime soon. See you in the next one.